All righty. We're doing it. We're doing it. Look at all these people already. Whoa.
I know. It really
Early
was.
risers ready to rock and roll. That's awesome. Herb's autopilot is in the house. There we go. We're going to approve your autopilot. Okay. Oh my gosh,
I
Dave.
I hear you. Don't be talking about my autopilot that
Pretty
way.
pretty soon, I'm gonna see all these windows, and it's gonna be like Carrie's autopilot, Delicia's autopilot, and I'm gonna be talking to a lot of Otterbots. Like, is that what Tech Tuesday is gonna be about? And then you guys are,
Class of Autobots, yeah.
that's hilarious. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I want to see your faces. All right. Speaking of, turn your cameras on. Let's go. Unless you're naked. That's the rule. All right.
Uh-oh.
I know. One time I thought, never mind. We will not go there. We will not go there. I was really new to Krista Mayshore coaching, and I thought maybe I was on her coaching call. Well, in the shower, but I was thinking but I wasn't. I was live in Facebook and not in the actual, it was just a nightmare. So I had to text everybody, did you see me on the call? And they're like, I'm pretty sure someone would have said something. So be careful. Be careful when you Zoom. It could get really interesting. All right, you guys. Well, we are going to talk about working your sphere. And I could talk to you about how I personally work my sphere all day long, because that's where most of my business comes from. I think that's where most all of our business comes from, is working your sphere, because we already know them. They already love us, right? And they already refer business to us, and we stay in touch with them for years and years and years, right? So we can keep getting business. But some people don't have that yet. And so Russ Lagan, he is my inspiration. I watched his course, Working Your Sphere, and I was like, oh my God, that is pretty genius. So I think I'm going to do that on Tech Tuesday. So anyway, please feel free to here, we got a lot of people in the waiting room. There we go. They're coming in. Okay, so please feel free to jump on his website and check him out personally, but I'm not copying anything. I just think it's really cool. So I thought I would share it with you guys. So we are going to jump in to my slide deck here, wherever it went. Right here. Okay, so I created this fancy little presentation for you. Oh, wow, that's really big. Okay, so first we're going to talk about, obviously it's going to start with mindset, right? We all know that, because we don't do a lot of the things because of our mindset. So and usually that comes from past experience, or doubts, or when you start thinking, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do this, oh, I shouldn't do this, oh, I'm scared to do this, you're not going to freaking do it, right? So that's where you get stuck, and we don't want you to get stuck there. So um this is where he starts his mindset. People get stuck on actions and results, right? Because if you don't do the actions, you don't get the results. So that's where you're stuck. And he talks about how feelings come from your thoughts. So if you want to change the way you feel, you'll have to change the way you think. If you want to change the way you think, you'll change the way you feel. If you change the way you feel, you'll change what you do. If you change what you do, you change your results, right? So that is Secrets of a Millionaire. Like, if you want to get the book, that is what they talk about. So the first thing you want to do is set 3 personal goals and 3 business goals. So this can be like, personal goals. I want a certain weight. I want to eat less sugar. I want to drink less coffee. It would be terrible. But I had to do that. I had to do that. If you want to get to where you want to be, you got to change things, right? So, and then 3 business goals. So you want to set your business goals, set them high, right? You don't want to just set them to where you know that you'll achieve them. You want to set them a little higher than what you will achieve, because then that will make you work harder, right? And we all want to, do better. So this goes right into his little system here. I'm trying to move us around so you can see everything. So this is his little funnel system right here. So number one over here is your SOI. And then number two is value. So we want to make sure we're giving people value. And then number three is, yep, you're gonna need to call. But when you call people about something, it's not a cold call anymore, right? It's a warm call. So you want to give value, then you want to call. And then number four, handwritten notes, right? So you're not going to write a note to every single person you talk to, but let's say you do at least 5 handwritten notes. You know, you're going to change your life. Like as soon as you start, like even say someone refers you to their brother, like send them a handwritten note, you know, thanking them for the referral. Or say you get off the call with someone that might be selling, send them a handwritten note. You know, I love chatting with you about, you know, about your home, blah, blah, blah. Looking forward to, you know, going this relationship with you, whatever, but just make sure that you say something in a handwritten note because that will go far. Nobody does that. Right. And then number 5 is marketing. And then number 6 is a long-term drip, right? So here we are here, long-term drip, short-term drip. So depending on how your conversation went with them, is going to determine what kind of drip you're going to put them on, right? If they're short-term drip, it's, you know, this is how you're going to get pre-approved. These are, you know, steps to take when buying a home. These are the 10 stupid things buyers do when buying a home. You know, you want to put that in front of them right now. Long-term drip can be something totally different. You know what I mean? So automation is key. So obviously having a good CRM is going to be your best friend. And then personal market review. So you want to, like, say you sold homes to people, you want to personally do a home value for their property at least once a year. At least once a year for your past clients. Obviously, yes, having them on HomeBot gives them a value every month. But if you literally personally reach out to them or send them something really good about their home's value once a year, they're never going to forget you. Like they're seeing you here. We already talked about retargeting them with our videos. So they're still seeing you on social media. You know, they're getting notes from you, calls from you, getting value. So, but this system does not work unless you work. So sorry, you got to work. All right. So the first thing they say to do is build the list, right? So you need to start out with at least 200 people. I know. And you guys are like, oh my God, who knows 200 people? Well, we all know 200 people. And to get a good idea of who these people should be, I put a couple over here. You know, you got friends, family, wedding guests, people that came to your wedding, people that came to your kid's wedding, like dog groomer, dog walker, hairstylist, doctors, dentists, caretakers, nail techs, people at church, people at the gym. Like there's so many people you could add to your list. And then there you go. There's your list of at least 200. And you want names, address, email, and phone number. And then you just want to keep adding. You want to keep adding to this list forever. Like this never stops. We're constantly adding new people to our sphere. So, so you could do also parents of the kids at sports. I remember when my daughter was in softball, I had every freaking parent in my phone, right? I had their address, I had their email, like they were my people. I remember when I worked at a chiropractor's office, guess what? I was best friends with all the patients because they had to come in 3 times a week for 4 weeks and then 2 times a week for the next 3 weeks. And that, you know, because there are treatment plans, right? So we are best friends. And yes, I had all their information, and those are the first people that I targeted. So, so anybody like that, landscapers, pool people, roof people, paint people, neighbors, tax professionals, insurance, lawyers, grocers, past coworkers, small business owners, like you name it, they should be in there. Okay. If they know that, if they know, or if you know them and they know you, they should be in your system. So there's that. And then this goes through sorting the list. So this is a very, very important part. So you want to start, let's start off with the D's. The D is the dump list. When you work with a person during a transaction and they are a complete freaking nightmare, and you cringe if you see them calling you through the telephone because their name pops up and you don't want to answer, that is the D list. You want to dump them. You do not want to. This is where you could choose the people that you want to work with, right? So when you go through your list, and don't take a lot of time doing it, but when you go through your list and you see that person that what makes you want to, you know, scratch your eyes out, definitely put them in the D list, dump them. So casual contact could be like leads, you know, leads that clicked on your ads. They don't really know you. You don't really know them, but you want to try to get the C list to the B list. So you got to add them in and you got to start sending them value, right? So start sending them value so they can get to know, like, and trust you so you can eventually get to meet them. So that's your casual list. And then the B group is, you know them, they know you, right? So this could be a lot of people on that last list, you know, that you used to fix your roof or do your pool or whatever. They know you, you know them, but you haven't really did business with them. So and you want to, your goal is to move the B list to the A list, right? So the A list are your favorite people. These are your rabid fans, like people that refer people to you all the time, people that love you, your past clients. Most past clients do love you. So your goal is to get everybody to be a rabid fan. So you're going to take your list, be in your CRM, and start. You can do this several different ways. You can create a stage, you know, so it could be, you know, the dump stage, the C stage, the B stage, the A stage, or you can tag them, you know, tag them A list, B list, C list, D list. That way, when you want to pull up all of your A list people, they're already tagged and you already can just put the tag in, sort through your list, and boom, you can reach out to all of them. You know what I mean? At the same time, send all of them something at the same time. Whatever you need to do to make it really easy, because once you get up to 5,000 people in your database, or 85,000, like we are, you're gonna want a little organization. So make sure that you are tagging them or putting them in a specific stage. So this is very, very important. And then this right here, oh no, my QR code didn't show up. Hold on. I don't know why my QR code didn't show up. I put a QR code in here so you could see it, scan it, and get this PDF. So obviously that didn't work. So this link to this will be in the email that goes out to not everybody that has filled out the Google form for the replay. So this is your track and succeed. So you get points for everything. So the goal is to get 30 to 50 points a day. I mean, they really want you to get 30, but they think if you get 50, you are going to crush it. But minimum 150 a week. So this can be like a mailer. A mailer is 1 point. If you send, you know, 5, you know, personal notes, right? That's 5 points. A phone call is 2 points. And this isn't just making a phone call. This is actually talking to a human. Right? So when you actually talk to a human and have a conversation, that is 2 points. Face-to-face meeting, that is 5 points. And then listing appointment or buyer showing will give you 10 points. And then posting to social media, 1 point. So let's say you post 5 times. Guess what? 5 points. right? And then you have a schedule here, Monday through Sunday, and you just keep track and you keep your weekly total. And this is a whole month of stuff. So networking event, adding to your SOI. So if you add one person to your SOI with their name, email, phone number, and address, you get 10 points. 10 points. So contract written and accepted, you get 20 points for that. So it can really add up, and 30 to 50 points is totally doable, right? Do you guys
Hey,
agree
Wendy.
that you could at least do that much? I can't see that. Hold on. Let me see.
Hey, Wendy.
Yes.
How much for video text?
Yeah, that's same as a text. Oh wait, we
Okay.
don't have a text.
Was it 2?
It's not a face-to-face meeting because they're not talking back to you. I don't know. Maybe a phone call, 2 points. Maybe. I don't know. You can make your own. That's the cool thing. This is just his. So maybe he doesn't do video text, Russ Lincoln. But definitely it's a points guide that will help you track what you're doing. And if you do that every single day, guess what? Your business is going to explode. Doing that every day for a month, you will be getting a closing, right? So keep doing it, and you're going to get way more than that. So I love this idea. But yeah, you can add whatever you want in there and give yourself some points for it. Like, it doesn't really matter. I think video texts are huge. You know, as you all know, we love video texts, right? So so definitely you can add that in. I'm going to go back and see if I can like bring that screen up. Hold on. Because I don't know why it's not pulling up. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Maybe this was it. I don't know why it's not. It's being weird. All right. Like I said, it will be in the replay email. So make sure that you register for that so that you can get the goods. And I promise it will work. Okay, so there's the point system. So that's what this whole thing is about, is tracking and succeeding. So this is all about the market update, right? So, and I'm not talking about a regular market update that you set up through KB Core. I mean, that's nice, but this is like a video market update. So you could do it either like through RPR, like we talked about before, using AI and their stuff. You can send it like that. Or you can do like a video market update, like we learned from Krista Mayshore. Those are really good. So something special, you know, something with your face in it, talking about the market. So when people ask, how's the market? So like say you're at the dog park and they find out you're a realtor, and guess what they're going to say? They're going to say, how's the market? So instead of you vomiting all over them about the market, you just say, hey, you know what? People ask me that question all the time as a realtor. I do a market update every month. Would you like me to send you a copy? So instead of doing what we all do, right? They usually say yes. He says if they say no, you don't even want to deal with them. Just keep moving on. You know what I mean? So there's a reason they're saying no. So just don't even worry about it. But most people say, oh, yeah, sure. And then you say, okay, well, I deliver it in several different formats. So can I get your address, name, email, phone number, whatever? You know, so you want all the goods, right? So you can claim your 10 points for adding to your SOI. And another thing he talks about is like, you know, and you don't have to look at it every month. Maybe look at it every couple months, you know, because if you had a stock that was worth $400,000, wouldn't you probably check it out once in a while? Right? So when he said that, that makes sense, right? They have a stock worth 400,000, which is their home. Like, wouldn't they want to know the value once in a while to see how it's doing? So anyway, so offer a market update, and then you're going to email it to them. right? You're going to pop it in that email, shoot it out to your sphere, and then you're going to post it on YouTube. Preferably, I would post it on YouTube and use your YouTube link inside your email, because that way, when they watch it, they're also going to your YouTube channel and they can see all your other videos. Right? I love popping in YouTube videos into my emails, even though I used to be super against it, because I was like, once they're done watching my video, they're going to watch another realtor's video. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm driving traffic there and it's working. So that's what I would do. And then you want to post it on social. Obviously, you want to run this ad behind it on Facebook for a couple of weeks. Make sure that everybody in your area is seeing it. And then you want to mail it. We actually had a thing with Lisa Pinder, and we had a thing with Joe Seaman, right? Amazing people. And they had amazing CMA CMA drop-offs. Anyway, so grab one of those, put the numbers in there that you're talking about on your video, maybe even a QR code going to your market update, right? That way they can watch it again, just in case they didn't see it in their email and they didn't see it on YouTube, and put it in the mail, and then add them to that postcard drip that Joe Seaman was talking about. So anyway, good stuff, right? Oh, and he puts on his email, he doesn't say anything about market update for a certain area. He just says video as promised in the subject. So I'm sure that will help deliverability. And then he says, nice meeting you in the park. Here is the, market update I promised you, blah, blah, blah. There you go. So, oh, look at this QR code worked. How exciting. All right. So this one is build your contractor list. So I really like this because we have a contractor list and I never really thought of doing it this way. But tell people you're working on a contractor list, reach out to your sphere and be like, hey, do you know a good contractor that will do a good job, show up on time, be friendly, and be fair priced? So you want to make sure you're not grabbing just anybody and putting them into your contractor list. You want to make sure they're good, right? And make sure that they're nice. Like I never refer people that I don't know, because that would be a nightmare. So this is good. And then when people usually love their contractor, they're going to give you that name. So I like that better than just grabbing a list from, the internet or wherever you find that on Google. So you're going to ask your sphere. Then you're going to ask social. So you're going to go on to social and be like, hey, I'm building a contractor list. Does anybody have a good plumber? Right? Start with that. Then maybe the next week, say, does anybody have a good painter? Right? So this is good content that you can send out once a week, right? And then you can say, P.S., if you would like a copy of this contractor list, DM me your information and we will get it out to you right away. Right? So now you are asking people for their recommendations, it's building, and you are sending it out to them as well. So you're going to send it to your sphere also. So when you ask your sphere, you're also going to say, and I'll be sending this out to you. And the cool thing is that you can now have people that will help you when your home inspection goes south, right? So when you have a shitty home inspection and this and this are wrong, it's like, oh, okay, no problem. I have a contractor list. We'll reach out to these guys and see how much it's going to cost. See if we're going to move forward or if we need to ask for credit or whatever, so it's not only just about building the list and making connections. It's also about doing your job. Like, this is our job to have people. I have people all the time ask me, hey, do you have a good guy for this? Do you have a good person for this? And I'm always sharing my people. So then you want to build the list, right? So if you click on this QR code, this goes to his building the list. So it has like a list of everybody that you could possibly put on it, as far as what kind of contractors. And then it has verbiage and stuff at the end that will, help you ask for, the contractors. So, and then another way to make this contractor list your friend is connect with contractors, right? So once you connect with the contractors, maybe you want to go take a little bit of, video of Beano's flooring, swapping out flooring in your listing or wherever they are, right? And then you're going to give them a shout out on social media, right? So now you have this contractor that's now on your list that they know you're sharing with thousands of people. And if they know anybody that wants to buy or sell, guess who they're going to be calling? Yeah, you. So, especially if you go and get some video on them actually working on your property and then tag them in the video and just be like, Beano's Flooring is the way to go, check them out right here. They're hooking me up. Doesn't this look great? Maybe a before and after, because, before and after carpet is huge because carpets usually look terrible, right? So, so you want to build the list, connect with the contractors, and then you're going to offer the contractors list. So that's when you're going to be like, hey, my contractor list is now, full. So let me know if you'd want a copy, so you're going to put it back out there on social. You're going to ask your seer if they want a copy. It's just another way to reach out and have a conversation with your people. So you want to give value. So you're giving a good market update video and you're giving a good contractor list. So is this giving you guys some good ideas? Like it? Okay. So working your sphere. So this is not all about, look at me, I'm a realtor, right? This is becoming the local expert on all things local. So when you are in the video, touring these, small businesses or whatever you want to do. Small Business Saturday is a good thing. You can go to your local small businesses and they are all about you getting them on social. So you're going to tour the little place, maybe tour the, the pastry bar, and then do a quick little video, patch it all together, tag their company, so it's not about you selling houses, it's about you helping small businesses. So Krista Mayshore talks about this all the time, becoming the community market leader. So in order to do that, you need to become the local expert on all things local. So starting with Google keywords. So when you Google, what's going on or what people are asking for in your area, that's going to give you all the things that you need to make a video about. And if you don't know how to do that, go to YouTube and say, how do I find Google keywords about my area? And they will have a YouTube video about it. So, and you want to be the resource. So I talked about it before. People still call me. Like, we just sold a house like 6 years ago for this guy, and he had other properties. And he literally called me yesterday and he was like, okay, so I have a situation, so he still comes to me 6 years later with questions, so, and the thing is if they do that and you stay in front of them and you stay that resource and you keep giving them value, they're going to be calling you when they're ready, because not everybody's ready to sell their house. Like, we think everybody that wants to know their value is ready to sell. That is absolutely incorrect. They're just curious. But just curious doesn't mean those are garbage leads. That means they're really just curious. But eventually, they'll be so curious and need to sell at the same time, and you'll need to be there. So be the resource. And then we talked about community videos, posting it on social, right? On Instagram, on Google. For those of you that know me, I switched my Google name to Wendy Goss, your real estate boss. That way, every time I write a review or post a video in, a restaurant that we go to or whatever, it says Wendy Goss, your real estate boss, posted this review. So I'm just getting branding just like that and helping businesses. I never post a bad review ever. So only post good ones, And then you want to post, those community videos on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, obviously all social media. And then you can email your sphere, with your community video. So just be like, hey, this new pickleball place on top of this high rise just opened up. Like, check it out. How cool is this? And give them the information of where to go to find it. You know what I mean? So you could do all kinds of things like that. You could do best coffee shops, best coffee shops. I think we have over 150 coffee shops just here in Henderson. And that is why I love it here. But lakes, boating, hiking, like people are wanting to know what to do in your area. So if you have anything like that, definitely talk about it. Make a video about it. Pros and cons of living here. Is Las Vegas a good place to raise children? People ask that a lot. And that's why I made a video about it, because a lot of people don't think it is. I raised 2 kids here. My sister, Joanna, she raised her kid here. They're fine. They're not strippers, even though strippers aren't bad. They make really good money, actually. I've had a couple of them as tenants. But anyway, but a lot of people think, oh yeah, my kid's gonna become a stripper or whatever. It's not like that. There's so much opportunity here. So be the resource, and share what's going on in your neighborhood, and you will do really good at this. So that went way faster than what I thought. So we have a lot of time for questions. Anybody have any questions about this? Anybody? Anybody doing anything like this?
There was one in the chat.
Oh.
Uh,
Digital vendor list for my neighborhood
Stephanie.
as an agent. Did one that was delivered hard copy about 2 years ago. I've been wanting to call for everyone to give feedback. Yeah, I do like that. Digital vendor list for your neighborhood. Yeah, I definitely like that. And yeah, the contractor list is great. Another one we have, so Nevada's kind of weird, but we have bulk day. I don't know if you guys have bulk day for garbage, but I'm not kidding. We never know the day they're picking up the bulk. So you have to Google, when is bulk day in my area or in my listings area, because they left a bunch of shit there, So like, I'm always Googling this. So this is a good one to have if you guys have bulk day, a bulk schedule. Like, here's a bulk garbage schedule. That's value, So when you're helping people with things like that, that's value. When you give them a Raiders Golden Knights schedule magnet to put on their refrigerator, that's value, so I'm all about that. I always have been. I don't like to just send standard stuff out, so that's awesome. But yeah, I really like the contractor list, and I like how they talked about posting questions every week. Like, okay, I'm adding a plumber this week to my contractor list. Who do you got? Who do you love? And that is an easy post to do, right? You could do it in a video. You could do it in a, just words on the screen. Like, you could do it any way you want, and boom, you're going to get so many. It's like Facebook is better than Google. I'm just telling you, when we need someone, we ask Facebook, because number one, it's coming from people that recommend these people, rather than looking them up, on Google and hoping they're good.
And
So,
Wendy, you
yeah.
had mentioned there were 4 criteria that you had mentioned. You said it so well, but I can't remember what you said as far as what asking for the vendors.
Oh, yeah. So let's go back to that slide. And then, yeah, we're going to go back here. So, do you know a good contractor that will do a good job, show up on time, be friendly, and be fairly priced? You got it? Yeah, that's huge, because yeah, you don't want to put a bunch of people in your contractor list that, are ripping people off. So, Crystal, you got a question? Hi. You are muted.
Hi, okay. So this is really cool. I do have like a couple questions on like maybe how to get it out. Like there's some apps that I've been looking at, and it's always the same questions, like Nextdoor app, the Nextdoor. It's always like, who do you know who does a roof? Who do you know, who does it seems like that would be like a really good opportunity to collectively, use maybe not only your information or your ideas on what contractors to use, but to use that. And if you were to use that, like how would you like implement that? I know you've said that before. You've had like Facebook posts where they have to kind of fill out a form to receive that. Do you suggest, using these type of like social media platforms to increase your list?
Yeah, so definitely for sure. And the thing is yeah, other people ask for those people, and I wouldn't just grab from there. I would literally create my own post because number one, you want to show people you're building a contractor list for your clients, right? And your potential clients. So I would definitely not grab what's off there, do your own post, get your own feedback in your post. And yes, create a Google form like Joe Seaman did for his neighborhood thing. Google Forms are so easy. You can go into, oh my gosh, here we go. See, we have time to do this.
Yes, I know, because
Yes,
you've mentioned it
we're
before,
doing
these
it.
Google Forms, and I didn't understand. Like, I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool. So I didn't really understand, and we never really have time to talk about it because it goes off topic.
I know, that's okay. We're going to go off topic today. This is a Google form. So we're going to go here to our little Google dots up in the corner. And then we're
Okay.
going to click on Drive. Okay. And then we're going to click on New. And then we're going to click on Form. And this is how you make a Google form. So you can go here and say contractor list. Oops, not list. Form request. Okay, so there you go. And then you can say, we are super excited to be building a contractor list for our client. With only the best contractors. Please fill out the form below to get a copy of yours. Okay, so that's going to be there. Email is going to be required. Okay, so here you can say name, and you can be like, that is required. So you're going to turn this button on there. Okay, and then you're going to add address. Oops. And then required phone number. Required. We're gonna make them fill out everything. And then you can also go up here and you can add like a picture. I don't know what I have here. Oh, yeah, this would be beautiful. We need to add that. Okay, and if you don't like it there, you can drag it up. Let me go over here. So, oh, this is the top. Oh, anyway, I just really, oh, you can make it smaller. I don't know, whatever. Just saying, you can like, I think there is a spot though, you could put a picture. Okay, there you go. So say you have something better than that ugly face. Oh, it's not letting me put it in there. I thought it was. What is this? You can even add a video. Like you could put in a little video of you talking about the contractor list. Add a section, title and description. Why is this not letting me put a picture in there? Image title.
Do you think that these lists you can upload to like Nextdoor? You can probably do Facebook app. Is it pretty much like all of the social media platform friendly to build your list with, or to use?
Yeah, you can send the list to anybody, and there will be a, you know, you can create a link to your list, you know, so that
Oh, create a link.
oh yeah, you could do so much. But let's say this is, see, I don't like that picture there. There is a way to make it on the top, and I just don't know why it's not working. So if anybody knows what I'm doing wrong, please feel free to chime in. But yeah, I thought it was supposed to go right in there.
And Wendy, if we're gonna do the vendor list, do you think it's better to do, since they have to fill out so much info on the form at one time, would you
Mhm.
recommend that you do a call for all vendor recommendations, or would you do it, you know, this week we're doing a contractor and this week we're doing a plumber, and you hit them multiple times?
Right. So, yeah. So, as far as getting the information, this is like once you build the contractor list, this is going to be here, fill this form out to get the list. Right. So, you're going to have your information on there, your QR code, maybe going to your website, and then a contractor list, you know. So, you're going to build the list. So, this part of the Google form is totally different. You're going to build the list just by going out and asking your sphere and asking social media, right? That's how you're going to build it. And then once it's all ready, you know, and you could do that per week, like the plumber, the painter, the handyman, you know what I mean? Or a couple times a week, you know? So whatever, obviously a couple times a week is going to build your list faster, but I'm just kind of thinking about creating the content over time, like maybe getting it all done in 1 month or whatever. And then having the form saying, okay, I got my contractor list all set. Feel free to fill out this form, you know, to get a copy of yours. You know what I
Got
mean?
it. Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love the contractor list part. And I like to be able to connect with the contractors too. Yeah, because they know people that want to buy and sell. And if they know you're helping their small business, guess what? They're going to help your small business. So, Debbie, you have a question?
No, but I have a place to find good contractors. If you go to Facebook and you belong to a lot of realtor groups that are nearby, like for me, handymans are the hardest ones to find. And if you post a request, you need a good handyman, you'll get 3 or 4 from a realtor friend. So they've already been vetted for you.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, it's all about asking for the contractor too. Like, you don't want to just go find contractors and add them to your list. You want to actually go out there and say, I'm building a contractor list for my clients, you know, and I'm only looking for ones that do good work, show up on time, they're nice, and they're priced, you know, they're priced good. So, or fairly priced, I guess they said. So, but yeah, no, that's a good spot to go find realtors that are already sharing that information. But I would like to share it on Facebook in front of all of my friends, all of my Jeep people. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to just go into a realtor space and ask for this. I want to show people that I'm building this for my clients. Does that make sense? So you want your whole sphere to see this happening. So that's why I would definitely, you know, and the thing is you don't just need from realtors. Some homeowners are on your Facebook in your area that just had their roof done and they did a great job, or just got rid of termites. We don't have that here, but some people do, you know, some people need that, you know. So yeah, when you're doing that, people are watching you. They're watching you. And then the more people that like your post and comment, guess what? You're going to end up in their news feed when you post about real estate. Right? Okay, Cynthia, good morning.
Good morning. This is my first time. I love this. Thank you so much for
Oh,
being
yay.
so valuable and information. I love it. I'm a Jeep girl too. I have a 2019 bikini, blue. I love
Aw.
Wrangler. My question to you on this is, would you want to put a space to say for licensed and insured to make sure they are? Because like I know great people that can do electrical work, but they're not licensed and insured. So I would be hesitant to send that.
That's why I say contractor list,
Okay.
because to be a contractor, you have to be licensed,
I
right?
gotcha. Okay.
Otherwise, you're not a
Okay.
contractor.
Gotcha.
So,
Thank you.
so I think that's why he used contractor instead of vendor, because yeah, vendors could open it up to a lot of other people that
I have a comment on that. She could go onto the contractor board and check their license, and you can check before you go and put it out there to see if they've had any type of infractions, if they've had any fines. So yeah, you should probably, look into before, like what Wendy's saying, before you go ahead and recommend them. And that's an easy way for consumers, and that's why it's there, to check on licensure and make sure it's an active license. And it puts their bond amount and everything like that on there. So
Thank you, ladies.
Awesome. Yeah, so we already have one. We have this one, but I really like the other idea of getting more. So, but this kind of gives you an idea of what your list could look like once it's done. We have it in our pre-listing guide. So it looks like this, because you should have vendors in your pre-listing guide so that everybody can, get their home ready to sell. So hold on right here. So recommended resources. This is what we have here. We have 2 pages of that. So that's something that, it could look like, to give you an idea. But
You
we
have
have
the same guide that I do. Etsy, right?
let's see. Yes.
Yeah, I have the same one.
Yeah, I added all my pictures in it though, so to make
Yeah.
it a little bit more me. But yeah, isn't that great? So yeah, we've been doing this for 20 years, so we already have our favorite people, but I really like the idea of building it. So did we answer your question, Cynthia? Okay, Deanna, good morning.
Morning. I just wanted to help you out with how to upload a photo at the top of the
Thank you.
form.
All right.
So when you're in that page, and I'll wait until it pops up so I can see yours.
Okay, hold on. Where did I go? Did it go away? Okay, drive, contractor list. Okay.
Okay, so up on the very top, there's like
Okay.
a paint board. Looks like a little paint palette up on the very top to the right. Keep
Oh,
going over,
oh, yes. Header.
select that, and
Okay.
then choose header image.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
this is what I'm talking about. Like we could do, I wonder if they have like hammers and nails and plumbers, but probably not. Anyway, I would do something like that. But the cool thing is
And you can
insert it right there. And then we're going to take this out here. And you may want to do like your logo at the top with your information. And then, you know what I mean? That way, when you are sending it out, guess what? They're still seeing you. So, yes, Deanna, did you say something else?
I was just gonna say you could customize something in Canva easily and
Yeah.
upload, because you can upload your own photos or whatever. So you can have
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So when you go to, I'm thinking, we have more forms.
And I'm assuming you'd connect this
What?
spreadsheet. And then you'll want to connect this to like a spreadsheet or something.
Yeah, for sure. So when we send out a Google form, this is what comes through. Hold on, my drive. I can't find anything today. VIP. Okay, so like, yeah, so when we have a form filled out, it just kind of goes like this. So it'll have their name, their email, their phone number, their address. It'll be all kind of like this. And you can just grab it and put it into your CRM, or you can zap. You can use Zapier to zap from Google Form into your CRM. That is a whole nother class. But it is possible. It is possible. So, let's see. Any more questions? I know we have 10 minutes left. Where do you host the list? Where do you host the list? So, you can host it in Google. Like you could have your own Google form, or I mean Google page, and you can use a Google link to it. You can have it in Canva and then copy the link, and send it out that way. You can have it on your website. You can pop, your list in your website and then just share that link to that page. Or you could just have it in PDF and upload it, when you go to send the emails out. Oh my gosh, there's so much you could do with this list. And then you can have a link to it to send it through Messenger. Be like, hey, I just finished my contractor list. I wanted to send it out to you just in case you need anything here in the area. Boom, done, right? So yeah, you can do so much with it.
I gotta tell you, the Google Forms I just love. I used to use, or I still do, on my open homes, I'll have like a little QR code that goes right to a Google form, and I use Zapier, and it texts me their name and email and all that, what they put in. So I know, number one, if they put it in or not. So I know.
Yeah,
And
it
then
makes it good for open houses for sure. Because you can just say, hey, can you fill out this feedback form for my seller, instead of saying, hey, I want all your information. And you can make the questions all about the home, and their info.
I love that. Yes, great tip.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, hey, we have a sign-in sheet. Nobody freaking wants to sign in. They don't want to sign in. So scan this code. I would love to give some feedback back to the sellers. They're waiting for it. You know what I mean? And then the questions will be about the home. It will have their name and email. And then, you can always add in, are you working with a realtor? Yes or no. And that's the cool thing with forms. You can do short answer. You could do yes or no. You could do multiple choice, like where we were looking at right there. This is right here. So let's say we want to add another thing in here. See right here, you can do options, multiple choice. You could do a paragraph if they're going to type a long, thing about themselves, short answer, check boxes. Like this would be, are you working with a realtor? And then, yes, no, right? And you can require it, you know what I mean? So you could do so many things on this. And then there's also drop down. So you can, like, they could pick, from the drop down. Yeah, forms are really fun. But yeah, when you make it all about the listing and the seller, wanting feedback, that gets, they'll absolutely fill it out because everybody wants to give their opinion.
I
It's kind
love
of
it.
annoying, but it
Love
works.
it.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are going to jump into the Tech Tuesday VIP room. If you guys want help, like actually pressing the buttons, that's what we do in there. We're going to be talking about a lot of cool different things. If you haven't registered for it, the link is in the chat. If you haven't filled out the bomb form to get the replays, do so, because that PDF for the point system is going to be in there. So make sure you do that just in case you haven't. And does anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to wrap up with story about mindset and how important it is. So I had, so you know me for a while, I had surgery on my ankle and foot last February. and I was in a piss poor mood because I was in a new state trying to get up to speed with, build my sphere, blah, 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 blah. And I was out for 14 weeks before I could step 2 feet on the ground. We moved back to Wisconsin since I happened to have surgery in December, this last December. So 10 months later, a surgery on the ankle and foot, which was much worse. They estimated 5 to 6 months being off. I am off on 2 feet in 9 weeks because of, yes, mindfulness exercises every morning and how to just get yourself in a better mood. You heal faster. So I got an extra 5 weeks of not sitting on my butt by thinking
All
positive
right, time to
every
get to
day.
work, Kim. Let's go.
I know. I just wanted to share that.
No, that is really good share. I am a firm believer of mindset. What you put out there definitely comes back full circle. So if you're putting out negativity, it's going to come back full circle. So make sure you're putting out positive vibes. And, I work really hard at doing that. And that's funny because people think that it just comes naturally. It doesn't come naturally. Like we create that. I make sure that I say 3 wins for every day at night. I write it down. I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for and 3 things that I want to attract. And it's just kind of funny because it really, really works, so just do it and stay consistent and stay positive and your mindset will change. So if you have, a bad mindset about reaching out to people, and Russ Lagan, I think it's Lagan, like he talks about this too. And he's like, if you hate something, don't do it. Like if you hate people knocking on your door and asking you to buy something, don't be a door knocker. If you hate telemarketers calling you, trying to sell you something, don't be a telemarketer. Do what you love, right? So if you don't mind this, then do that. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to feel bad about what you're doing because you won't do it. So that's the whole mindset trick. If you feel bad about it, you're not going to do it, right? So I love the whole thought process of giving value, giving that great market report. And people ask me all the time, how's the market? Isn't that funny? When he talked about that and had it switch to, saying something like, oh my gosh, I actually have a market update I send out to people every month. You want one? I mean, how hard would that be to say, and then just get their info. And if you have one of those tap cards, you could just tap your info. They could send their info back to you. I mean, they make it so easy. Like you don't even have to sit there and program everything into your phone. You just tap things. Like this is Tech Tuesday. Everybody should have a tap card, right? A tap card. Here you go. Here's my info. Now it's in your phone forever. Anyway.
I love mine, the dot card.
Yeah, the dot
Super
card.
easy.
And this guy is trying to sell me this One Tap Connect. It was referred to me by Krista Mayshore. So I got to try out his stuff, but he sent me like this cool American flag tap card. And then this community market leader tap card. And then this thing is a sticker and it sticks to the back of your phone and you can use that to tap. And then there's a keychain that you can make your husband carry around. That taps, right? And then there's a freaking bracelet that you could just like hold up and they tap it and there you go. I mean, right? Technology is crazy. I'm going to let you know how it goes and he may be on our call. So I think that's why she sent him to me.
Hey, can I ask a quick question? I jumped in like 2 minutes too late. Who is Russ Lagan? I mean, I know he's with EXP, is that right?
He is, and so someone sent me a video of him and I started watching it and then he talked about this working your sphere thing. So I went on to his website, which is, hold on. Hold on. I can't remember now.
I know. I
Shoot.
tried to look up his website and I couldn't find it. I saw a lot of like YouTube and
It's
a lot of links.
masterclass.com.
Thank you.
Yeah, masterclass.com. And yeah, and it's free. Like everything I just talked about is totally free. And he does 7 modules. Like I did this in an hour, or actually I did it in a half an hour. He actually does it in like 5 hours. So if you want to hop in and learn more about it and listen to his spiel, definitely do it. And but I just created the actual form based on his screenshot. But then once I got on the computer, I realized you could click the button and it has the form. So I'm always doing more work. Anyway, so
What's his name? One more time. Sorry.
it's RUSSLAGGAN.
Thank you, Wendy. That was fabulous.
You're welcome. All right. See you guys in the VIP room. Otherwise, oh, no Tech Tuesday next week. I will be in Cabo. Sorry, I know. I was going to try to run it from Cabo, but it's literally right on day 1 of the event. So I'm just not gonna. It's going to be hard, but I am unplugging next week. So no Tech Tuesday, no Tech Tuesday VIP. I know.
Have fun. I just got back. It was lovely.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I've never been out of the country, so here we go.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
Super
Have fun.
excited. Thank you guys. Have a good week. Have a good 2 weeks, and I'll see you at the next one.
Excuse me, Wendy.
Yeah.
Hi, I just had a quick question. I noticed the weekly replay email message for the Tech Tuesdays. I joined pretty late, so I filled out that form. I was just curious, should I expect that to be sent out for this meeting today?
Yeah, so this replay will be put into that email along with the PDF printout that I have here. So
Perfect.
yeah, so it'll be out by the end of the day.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.